to Tales from Hor'Izon, where short stories from our TTRPG world come to life. I'm your world forger Neil, and today's story is The Drowning Tide. Let's begin. The war had raged on for years, an unrelenting tide of blood and shadow. Valus Stormclaw, once a hero of the United Races, had fought on the front lines since the beginning. A Sebeki warrior of unmatched skill, he was a beacon of hope, until hope was no longer enough. The Arth'qul's whispers had begun as distant echoes, promises of power, of victory, of an end to the suffering. Valus ignored them, at first. But as comrades fell and alliances frayed, he listened. He embraced their gifts, wielding the shadows they commanded, striking down enemies and betrayers alike. He believed he was saving his people. Now, in the mangrove swamps of the final battlefield, the storm raged overhead, casting the sky in a sickly violet glow. The tide surged against the roots of twisted trees, the clash of steel, and the cries of the dying filling the air. Valus stood at the water's edge, face to face with the last of his allies, Ashina, a phoenix-born who had once called him brother. "Look at what you've become," she whispered, firelight flickering in her eyes. "What I've become?" Valus snarled. "I did what you could not. I won." Behind him, the Arth'qul's legions rose like a black tide, surging into the last bastion of resistance. The battle was ending, and yet victory tasted like salt and ash. Ashina raised her blade, sorrow etched into her every movement. Valus charged. Their final clash sent embers and water spraying through the air, fire against shadow, fury against regret. In the end, he struck her down. The mangroves burned, their twisting roots turned to blackened husks. As the tide rolled in, Valus turned to his new masters. But in their hollow eyes, he found no triumph, no reward, only the weight of his choices, the realization that he had not saved his people, he had drowned them. This story takes place in Hor'Izon, a world built for tabletop role-playing. All you need is a set of dice and the Hor'Izon guidebook, coming soon. Sign up at the link in the description to stay updated. Thank you for listening, and please join us again for another Tale from Hor'Izon.